worst couples ever. What's going on, guys? Shak-Clips here once again, and let's try out some mod clips of the worst couples I can find. In this first one, I already showed this clip in the past, but this is actually the guy doing, I guess, even more events for women, where a bunch of married women actually go to eat by this guy, and I guess he just does it in a really bad way, and I would definitely not want my wife coming here. In this next one, we have this woman who actually believes she's only gonna marry a guy who's either a rapper or an athlete. And I guess she really doesn't understand the percent of men who are actually in this industry and actually made it out, like, successfully. Just keep watching, it's actually mind-blowing.
What I'm saying.
Hold on. Andrea or Andrea? Which one is it?
Andrea.
Andrea, okay. You don't walk that back. You said that we don't want to take regular jobs, and then now you're talking about sports and rapping. There's a very small percentage of black males that are in sports or rappers. What would if you had to estimate it, right? If you had to just guesstimate, how many of us in terms of percentage are rappers or athletes? What would you estimate?
Like
Okay.
90%.
Right.
Aspiring rappers and sports players.
Like fucking 90%.
No, I said y'all are.
What did he say?
In this next one, I'm not sure why they're doing this. If someone could tell me the actual show was going on here, I'd love to understand. But basically, we have this girl who's super proud that she did OnlyFans, moved out of her mom and parents, I guess, house, and even explains the craziest things she's done in front of everyone, like it's a really good thing. And I'm not really sure what kind of reaction she was trying to get, but this is just absolutely ridiculous.
Yo, my name is Elle, and I'm actually here in Oakland for just a little bit. I'm moving back to Oregon soon, but I'm a bad girl because I actually started OnlyFans when I was 18, and I was able to move out of my parents' house, and I was able to get a house of my own and like rent out the rooms, and yeah.
How much you made on OnlyFans?
I've made $10,000. So
2,000?
10,000 in the past month.
And no, next, sorry. Thank you. You are so just. You're cute. You're very cute. Girl. You are just so sweet, honey. They would accidentally beat your ass. They will whoop your ass. But no.
Oh no, I can fight. I beat up my neighbor.
In this next one, finally, we have a woman who actually understands why body count is such a bad thing. I guess all the other women were shocked and had their mouths open, but you could tell this woman doesn't have a really large body count. That's why she's not guilty about it at all.
Should body count matter?
Absolutely. I mean, body count should matter. Absolutely. I think it shows that you are picky. I think it shows that you have values and you stick to them. You shouldn't be sleeping with everyone that you meet.
Good answer.
Wow, I think that's a first.
I don't think
I've ever heard a girl on the panel say that yet.
In this next one, we have this woman who actually believes that her value is decided by what she thinks and not what anybody else thinks. I'm sorry, but market value doesn't come that way. If nobody finds you attractive and nobody's going for you, you're not like an 8 out of 10 or whatever you think you are just because you believe so. It doesn't work that way. And men aren't allowed to do the same thing either. I mean, imagine a man who's broke, jobless, and ugly expects he's gonna find a 10 out of 10 wife. Like, it just doesn't work like that.
I never really thought of myself as an attractive person. Like, I would never call myself anything more than a 4. But now, like, I don't really care about what anyone thinks about me. Like, I've grown into myself, and I'm comfortable with who I am now. That, like, even if you guys call me delusional or whatever, I think I'm maybe not a 10. Let's not go that far, but like, definitely an 8.
What the hell you say?
Definitely an 8.
No.
So, like, whether you guys think I am or not,
That's got nothing to do with her.
But like,
so what is it that took you from a 4 to an 8? If nothing's changed, what is it that takes you
loving
from a 4
myself
to an 8?
and looking in the mirror and not being disgusted at what I see.
You can't make this shit up.
In this next one, I guess this man is just explaining a story about how he rejected a woman and how she actually reacted towards this. I guess this woman barely gets rejected. And you could definitely tell this man has a lot of options. He just doesn't care.
I told a girl today I wasn't interested in her. I'll show you the text messages. I'll show you right now. And she's
What'd you do? Really?
Yeah, I told her.
Damn.
She messaged me out of nowhere, and I didn't know who she was. And it goes like this: I saw your profile. I'm not interested. Have a good day. She said sorry to bother you. Are you looking for something? I said, I don't understand. She
just got your number?
I don't know how she got it. I think I met her in person or something. And she said, I think it's rude that you say that you're not interested after viewing a woman's profile. I said, I don't care. I said, it's not just physical. I don't particularly like the way you were texting. All good. Take care. She goes, exclamation point. And then I told her, I told you I'm not interested. After she said you, I told you I'm not interested, which is basically a condescending thing when she said, like, no, I don't want to.
And this next one, the story is absolutely ridiculous. Basically, this man was actually married to a woman who literally tried to kill him. He goes on to explain the story, and I guess this is just the first part where he's saying it in the podcast. After this podcast went pretty live, I guess an event of his ex-wife ended up happening afterwards. But I'll show you guys what happens when it comes to that.
I got shot when I was 23. I married a young lady that everybody was telling me not to, but I was like, look, y'all don't understand our love. So we get into a huge argument one day, and the first time I tried to leave, she ran out the house and like hit the windshield with a shovel and like shattered the windshield.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Not too long after that, we get into another argument. So I had a pistol on deck at all times. So she wouldn't grab it. Like, you're not going to leave this time. You're going to listen to me finish this argument. I was holding our son at the time, right? I turn to leave. She shoots me in the forearm. The bullet goes through my forearm and goes across his forehead. I'm looking at my son. His face is bleeding. My arm's bleeding. I set my son down and I look. She's got the gun pointed at my head, bro. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting ready to leave. All I could do was close my eyes and all I heard was click.
Oh, shit.
So then she's messing with the gun. The only thing I can think of, like, if I try to run, she go shoot me in the back. So I just ran towards her and just turned into a UFC maniac.
So I guess after that podcast, like I said, it went viral and everything. This man actually receives information that his ex-wife, who was married to somebody else and I guess divorced him, after she left prison, she ended up doing this to her new boyfriend. This is actually insanely scary. And literally the best revenge is no revenge, guys, because this is not worth it.
If you know that story, you know that I was holding our 2-year-old son during an argument. My ex-wife pulled a gun on me, shot me in the forearm. The bullet went through my forearm, grazed his forehead. Then she pointed the gun at my face and squeezed the trigger, and the gun jammed. God protected me. What you don't know is that I divorced her immediately. I got custody of our son, and she did 3 years in prison. She went on with her life. I went on with mine. Quick update, she just got arrested for murdering her boyfriend. It's all over the news. A Georgia woman was arrested years after the body of a man was found in an Alabama shallow grave. Long story short, she found out her boyfriend was cheating, shot him in the head 3 times while he was asleep. All right, here's the moral of the story. If you find out somebody is cheating on you, just leave. If you're in an abusive situation, just leave. And also, always stay prayed up.
This next one, it's very nice to see someone actually care and do something different for once. Usually always see these men spending so much money on dates for their women, but when a woman does it, guys, it just hits differently a lot more.
Your girlfriend buys you tickets to your first ever UFC event, and you get to witness history together. Hashtag UFC281.
In this next one, we have this girl. I guess she ends up finding out that her boyfriend literally got her name tatted on his head or behind his ear or something, and she literally starts breaking down. Guys, this may be cute for some of you guys, but I think this is probably the dumbest thing you can ever do. Some relationships, or I could even say majority, never work out fully. So for you to do this and literally just ruin your body permanently is pretty insane to me. In this section, we have this woman who I guess ends up tracking her husband's location just to find out he's cheating on her with somebody else. And I guess instead of him trying to make a good case or leaving the woman that he's hooking up with, he ends up actually taking her side and defending the other woman versus his wife. That's pretty insane, I'm not gonna lie. I'm also gonna be cutting out a lot of the stuff because there is music in the beginning and a lot of curse words that I just can't have you guys listening to.
Is you bitch? You're with the exactly. You're with the married man. I haven't done anything. You haven't done anything. You haven't done anything. That's why you were hiding in the room like a little. Look at how you are. You.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.